do 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 do. Good evening there. Do 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 do. Good afternoon. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Good afternoon. I don't even know what I'm singing. I'm just making noise. You know how that goes. You know how that goes. Good afternoon. Let's do it. Let's start the show. Good afternoon, Vietnam. I am the Lobster. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Lunch Break with the Lobster. What are we having for lunch today? I gotta tell you, I posted a picture of my lunch. Well, hey there. We got Niffer. We got Captain. Oh wow! All right. Good afternoon, friends, and dare I say family, friends, and dare I say, how's everybody doing? Good afternoon, good day. Welcome. I hope everybody's doing all right. It's lunchtime. It's lunch break. We're gonna be here. Not too long. We started a little bit late, 12:15. I had the roommate, the guy, my buddy. He made lunch, and so we had steak and eggs, little taquitos, not the taquito, but the mini taco, whatever. So we made, it was beautiful. It was the steak that we had bought last night at this place called the Roadhouse, the Texas Roadhouse. I got the medallions, and I don't know if you've ever cried while eating food. Has anybody ever cried while eating food? Good evening, Captain. Hello, Paranoid. Hello, The Waz. Hello, Niffer. I love you guys. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are here. Please, like, if you're, whatever, we're here. Good evening. And so, we ate that, and it was great. He came back, he came home for lunch, and he's like, you want some steak and eggs real quick for lunch? I was like, yeah, dude. Yeah. And I was chopping up an apple, and I have some fudge bites. And so, we already ate the steak and egg, the tacos. And I don't mean not to share that with you, but I will share some apples and fudge bites with you guys while you guys are having some lunch. And then we'll do some tarot, and then we'll get at it. At the end of the show, after the tarot, I'll show you the books. It's New Book Monday. I'll show you the books. We can't read any of them. I did a little bit of research, and it turns out we can't do that anymore. I didn't know that. I'm sure it's not even that big of a deal, but like I kind of want to stay legit, because like eventually we're gonna try and turn this into a thing, and it's like if we have anything questionable going on, like anyhow. So let's eat some lunch here, do some tarot. I think we can do tarot. That's fine. And then I'll show you the books, and then we can't quite. It's a thing. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know. Anyhow, let's eat. Let's do a little apple slice. Anybody else slice their apples, or do you eat the apple raw? Do you just go raw dog on the apple? Who raw dogs their apples? That's really gross. Don't even think of it like that. Who chews their apple? Who bites in? Who masticates upon the apple? Yeah, I said it out loud. Who? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that out loud again. I don't think. I think you'll have to rewind the video to hear me say that again. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that again. Niffer said I made an avocado salad with apple slices. Well, that's great. Gen X masticates on their apples, the Waz says. Amen. Amen. I masticate. Oh. I shouldn't be eating these apple pieces while I'm laughing. See, this is why you're not supposed to be funny. Alright? This is why no one else is allowed to tell jokes. I'm only... Come on, man. Here's the mastication. Here's the group... we'll eat a fudge bite. But I think we're done with the apples. I think we're done. I think the moment's passed for the apples, and we'll just have to call it quits on that one. It's a good idea. I didn't know you could, like, absolutely ruin the concept of apples, but I believe the Waz and I, we tagged... Put that in my mouth. Alright, folks. So, how's everybody's weekend going? Apparently, I'm out here in Nebraska. And, hey Kim. Hey Sid. Hey, everybody else. Alright. I dare you to smoke out of the apple, B. I don't smoke out of fruit. I don't. It's food. I'm gonna eat the food. Especially if I like the food. You know what I mean? Like, you don't drink bong water for a reason. You know, like, it's got smoke passed through it. You know, and then like, ugh, no. I'll barely smoke a once-smoked joint. You know what I mean? Like, whatever the hell that means. I don't even know. What's he talking about? You know what I mean? I'll barely do that. I had a girlfriend once who smoked like 3/4 of a cigarette like every night, often, and she would like re-smoke the cigarette. And it's like this. No. I almost want to just make mastication jokes a lot more mastication jokes, just to get the idea of the smell of, or the taste of the out of my mouth and out of my brain. You know what? Let's do it. Let's masticate another piece of apple. Thanks, Kim. Thanks. This is the proper way to use an apple. It's the Alright. I'm glad you guys are here. I hope you guys are having a good lunch. I hope you guys are enjoying some foods. If you look, I'm gonna be dead honest with you guys. You need to eat food, and there's no reason why you can't go get food. If an idiot like me can figure out how to go get food, and I am an idiot, I have like anxiety beyond all sense of hope, and it's not good, like the way that I panic a lot. But I've never, other than because of my panic and my own inactiveness, I've never gone hungry. I know it's not easy to go and ask for food. I know it's not easy to go to like a pantry and be like, hey, you guys are giving out food, I would like some of that food. It's important to eat food. It is important. Whether or not you're eating 3 square meals a day, I don't eat 3 square meals a day, but I try and eat at least that 3 particular parts of my day. Why? It's healthy. It reminds your body that it's a body. It gives you the fuel you need to be you. 1. 2. Distractions. Who doesn't like being distracted from their lives? You know what I mean? I just realized I haven't closed that door behind me yet. And you know why? Because I was distracted by food. I'm gonna go close that door behind me real quick, though, because it's a little OCD thing in my head. Who knows? Someone might come out of that door. I know nobody is in that room back there except for me when I go in there. Okay? And hopefully I'm not masticating in there. That's the bathroom. You don't masticate in the bath. Okay. 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 Let's do a reading. We're gonna switch from. We're gonna do tarot. I really like the idea of doing I kind of want to do. I think the way that I want to do this. Thank you guys for being here, laughing along, and taking and YouTube's being goofy over here. Are we here? YouTube's being goofy. I'm not sure. Here. Just making sure if we're here or not. Are we here? I don't know if we're here or not. I hope we are. It says we are. It says I'm live. What do you guys think? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, there we go. I think I'm here. Niffer says, okay, alright. YouTube's being goofy. We're here. Okay, cool. Just making sure. I just saw it made me do a reconnect thing. You know how YouTube does. Back to it. I want to do a personal reading, and then I'll do a for all of us reading. You'll see how I do it, but I think that's what I want the show to be. I think we're going to do lunch and tarot. I hope you guys are cool with that. Now, here's my problem. Is I love talking to you guys. I really do. I love seeing you guys and such. But I'm blind as a goddamn bat. And so it's hard for me to read the text messages sometimes. And so what'll happen is I'm going to see who wants a reading. We'll do a quick little shuffle, get the reading going. And then I'm going to go off for the next 15 minutes on playing with this. And you guys talk to each other and then we'll, pretend like we're having a conversation. So I think that's kind of how I'm going to do it. We'll do a personalized, you and me, and you and me. So happy together. And then we'll do the group tarot. Okay? So let's do a quick talk amongst yourselves as to who wants a reading. And then I'll come to you and be like, oh yeah, here comes, I guess I'll give you a, okay? So, maybe it's Niffer. I haven't seen Niffer in a couple of days. Maybe she wants one. Maybe it's Kim. Who knows, whether or not she's gonna, maintain herself in Texas or Colorado. Maybe it's the Waz and trying to figure out what he wants to have for lunch. I mean, he already said that he had, no, that was Niffer with the avocado salad. Sid, maybe it's Sid, maybe it's Paranoid Goats. I think I gave Paranoid a reading last week, and he's like, well, that's not all you gave me, because he likes to make those jokes. Alright, maybe it's Derek Anderson, and we just honor the life and liberty of our great moderator, Derek. Maybe it's Captain Obvious, because, what is it the Captain Obvious wants? She gets. You know what I mean? Alright, maybe, so talk amongst yourselves. We're shuffling this, and once we're shuffled, then I'll look, and I'll see who wants the personal reading. First one of the week, first one of the new format, first one of your life. We're almost done here. Gather it up. That worked a lot better than I expected it to. That was cool. Still gathering, folks. Still gathering. And now we pick the person while I cut. We'll cut this. Who? Paige? Are we picking Paige? I saw Paige. Paige was the first one. I'm still the fool. Amen to that, Kim. Let's go. It's been a while since I've had a, alright, okay. Alright, here we go, Paige! Welcome to the show. Hey Paige, how you doing? We're gonna do song and dance, I promise. We're gonna do some singing later and such, once I get a second screen. But I gotta tell you, one of the best moments of doing this and hanging out with you guys was trying to learn that Hoser song for you, Paige. So, I like learning songs. And that was You know, if you ask me to sing it now, no, totally forgot. But what I want you to do, Paige, is I want you to tell me when to stop cutting. I want you to tell me when to stop cutting, and then we can get this on the road. Just tell me when to stop. I know it's going to be like a time delay. I know you probably already said stop it now, which means I should have stopped it 10 seconds ago, which means I should have stopped it 15 seconds ago. Maybe I should stop it in a little bit longer. There we go. Stop now. All right, Paige. There we go. Now I'm going to cut this into 3. And then you pick your pile, Paige, and then we'll start with the spiel, and we'll get this reading going on, and then we'll have a good lunch, and hopefully you guys are enjoying whatever it is you might be eating. Go get food, okay? Go get food. Ask. And if okay, we're not Jean Valjean, okay? I'm not saying walk by a fruit stand, grab an apple, and like walk away. That's called stealing, you know. But like, go get an apple at least. Which pile, Paige? Which pile, Paige? Would you like 1, 2, or 3? Niffer, Cleanie made us some chicken and rice. Well, that's good. Kim Bolden says, I just ate a salad with homegrown tomatoes. Aren't they amazing tomatoes, especially if you grow them yourself? Paige, number 1. That's a good pick, Paige. That's a good pick. All right. So this is our group. These cards are only yours, Paige. This is all you. All right. So let me finish chewing this apple. Excellent. Whatever you want the cards to talk to you about, Paige, I need you to think about that, like right now while I do this, and I'll give you the spiel. Paige, I do a 3-card reading. So then now a later reading. It's kind of like where you been, where you at, and what are we going to do about it? I'll do, where you at, or where you been, where you at, and what are we going to do about it, kind of thing. If the cards are upside down, we're going to right side them. We aren't going to deal with upside down cards. That's me. Other people can if they want to. No. We're going to right side them up, and we're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to get a little awkward because I'm going to use this silly little booklet thing to tell us what the cards mean if I can't figure it out just by looking at the card and my own experience with the cards themselves. Okay? To finalize with it, if you take this seriously, that's up to you. If you don't take this seriously, welcome. It's fine. Neither do I. I'm just the guy reading cards. So, let's do that. Also, if you have any thoughts or opinions or comments, please don't feel free to leave them in the comment section so I can delete them later. Okay. Paige, let's start your reading off with card number 1. Card number 1. We've got, that's cute, it's the Page of Pentacles. That's cute. That's Page for a page. Okay, let's see what Page of Pentacles is. This is you. That looks very demure. What was it like? What was it last year? It was last summer. It was very, very cute, very demure. Is Brian here? Hey, Brian. Hi, Brian. All right, let's go. Page of Pentacles. That's Page of Wands. Let's go wherever the Pentacles are. Let's find the Pentacles here. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Deuce of Pentacles. There we go. Page of Pentacles. Upright. This is our first card, Paige. This is where you've been. This is where you've been. This starts you off. This is like the beginning. Like, what happened? Paige. Open-minded and inspired by potential, Paige Pentacles never turns down an interesting invitation, even if it ends shrimp attack. Remember this thing like had it grabbed her face and like brought her down? This page represents the beginning of a lucrative partnership in which you'll find success as long as you're dedicated and focused. Did you get a job? Is that what that is? A shrimp attack is obviously getting snookered by HR into giving them your social security account, your number, and then they can pay you. Did you get a job? Is that what that is? Catzilla, welcome. It looks like the beginning of are you sponsoring the product, and then it turns out that product is made by cats in Canada in poor working conditions. What's going on? Did you? Sounds like you made a decision to really go into it, to really get into something, and you're like, and it's gonna make you a little Skrilla, a little, you know what I mean? This is where you were, you know, like you had this. I feel like you got a job somewhere. I feel like maybe, or you know, and so this is just you kind of like your first day on the job, like, what's going on around here, guys? Hey, all right, on Paige. You know what I mean? Like, I changed my job, but my options got better and better. Here we are. Well, all right. Let's see what the cards have to say about. I really hope the cards don't tell you. I don't know what this next card's going to be, but it looks like you're in a good mood. Okay, so these cards aren't supposed to say any truth at all. All right, at all. But you got a new job last year, and it's really picking up for you. Let's see what the cards have to say about that. All right, Paige. This is where all right, where you been? Where you at? And we saw this card last week, the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords. You know what the Two of Swords means? You gotta let them in. You gotta let people in. They're coming in anyways. They're coming in anyways. You gotta let them in. They're gonna know the secrets. You gotta let them in. Are you hiring new people now? Are you hiring people? Are you HR? Paige? Are you hiring people? That's what the Two of Swords says. The Two of Swords is, look, you got secrets, we're all going to find them out anyways. Just let us in. Alright? There's the inevitability of, just be open-minded. Just open it. She's got the sword, or the skeleton key. Like, there's no way you can keep her out. You're a ghost. What are you going to do? Like, you can't do anything. You know? Are you hiring people? It's exactly like, yeah, come on in. Sure, we'll tell you a little bit of our secrets. We need you, you know? Like, oh, you have a key? Alright, come on in. Alright, Pete. I hope you're not hiring people. If you are, let's go. No, but HR, I haven't been close to many coworkers. Not HR, but you haven't. Okay, so you gotta open up a little bit. That's all these cards are saying. You just gotta open up a little bit. And like once you're done with lunch today, you can be like, you know what? I got a reading from Lobster, and he said that I needed to be better friends with you. Don't open up with that as a coworker line. Okay? You can do it better than that. So I know you can. You know, don't first, like you gotta be not me. Okay, well, alright, so open up to your coworkers a little bit. This is really specific. It's a really specific card reading today, Paige. Okay, let's see what happens when you open up yourself to your coworkers. Here's what the card says. The card says, once you open up to your coworkers, you become the star! Paige, you're supposed to be running the company. Let's go. Let's see what the star has. Let's see what the star. Look at you opening up to your coworkers, and binger banger, we got you owning the company. We got you running shit the way it's supposed to be done. An A on your math test. and the dream in your heart, the star is here to make it come true. What's going on, Joe? Jump into the saddle and hold on to the bridle, because you are shaking. Shake, 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 Sonora. Shake the bottom. Work the bottom, Lionel. Hey, 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 Sonora. You may have been misunderstood and lonely in the past. I hate these cards. Look, you're gonna be great. I hate these cards. They tell the truth. It says you are alone, and then it's like you're not supposed to be alone, and you're gonna run the company. Okay, let's get rid of this reading, because that one's way too, like, it knew. These cards know. Okay? You're gonna be the star, Paige, and like you're gonna, look at you. You're already shining. You shine bright. Then you kind of like hid yourself a little bit. You know, you got a little like, I want to be cool. You know, and then as soon as you become cool, shake, 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 yeah. Okay. Wow, that was incredible, Paige. That was nice. Open up a little bit. Open up a little bit. Tell that joke you've been working on, okay? Tell that joke you've been working on. I don't know any jokes. I'm funny, and that's just because looks. I had a better, whatever. I am not supposed to be HR either. Okay. That was a good reading. That was a good reading. Thank you, Paige, for letting me read your cards. Thank you, Paige. Thanks, everybody. We're going to do a quick little global reading now. Paige, what I want you to do is I want you to pick which pile the global reading comes out of. Pick which pile the global reading comes out of, Paige. Thank you for letting me read your cards. And seriously, like, open up. Who doesn't need to open up a little bit more? Who doesn't need to, like, I'm not saying, like, start a YouTube channel or anything. It's scary to open up. It is. You know, I totally understand. Number 3. Thank you, Paige. All right, let's do a quick little 3-card global reading for Monday for all of us, and then we'll get the hell out of here. And we'll show the books. We're going to run a little bit longer than a half hour. That's fine. That's fine. We'll run until the show's done. No rushing. We'll run until the show is done. All right. So the global reading. This will be for all of us. And again, you know, open up. Let's back it up. Back it up. There we go. This reading is for all of us. We remember the spiel. If you take this seriously, that's up to you. If you don't take this seriously, you can host your own show too. Here we go. Card number 1. Where have we been? Where have we been? The moon. The moon. Here's what this card looks like. It's the moon. You know I love the moon. This is where we've been. I hate these cards. They're telling the truth. Okay, remember, like, all week we were in the moon, and then, like, we get the moon. Okay, I'm not even going to try and look up what the moon looks like. Okay? I'm not even going to try and look that one up. We were with the moon. Okay, I get it. All right, cards. Let's see what the second card has to say. We know what the moon is. Like, we're chasing a dream that may or may not be real. We're stuck at nighttime. And, like, sometimes you need the sun to show you the way. You know, sometimes you get lost chasing the dream. That's what the moon is. Don't get lost chasing the dream. All right. Leading up to, this is a glow boy. Here we go. Leading to, oh boy. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. I believe it's the 8 of Swords. That's going to be a lot of fun figuring out what this card is. Hold on. So, we've been chasing dreams, which may or may not be real, and which leads us to today dealing with the 8 of Swords. Goodness. Let's see what the 8 of Swords has to say. Alright. This is what you get when you masticate all over the place. Apparently, was. Eight of Swords. Eight of... You may... you may be feeling the squeeze. Trapped in a situation that you desperately want to escape. The Eight of Swords is in your reading to remind you of your personal power. You have options, even if they don't seem obvious at the moment, and you are more than capable of freeing yourself from the coil. Oh boy. Oh boy, who hasn't chased a dream, gotten lost, and now you're stuck, and it's like, what the hell am I gonna do? Boy, if this isn't a Monday reading and a half, you know what I mean? What the hell are we gonna do? We're stuck in a job, a thankless job. You know, like we're not Paige. This is the rest of us. The Paige is the Paige. She's gonna run her company. Nice job, Paige. The rest of us, everybody hurts. You know what I mean? We're pounding the steering wheel. We're singing songs. We're trying to get ourselves out of the situation. Paige is writing the songs. You know, we're listening to Paige sing the songs. You know, everybody hurts sometimes. You know, I get it. That's what the rest of us are. That's what we are pounding upon the steering wheel. Just like I know it gets better. It's gotta get better, right? It has to, isn't it? It's gonna get better. We're doing okay. We're fine. You're fine. I'm fine. I still don't know what the heck is going on with my life either. Like, who knows? I kind of want to charge for tarot readings when I want to do tarot readings, and you know, for fun. And it's like I don't know what to do for money. I would love to do tarot readings for money, but I want to do it for fun. You know, so I'm like, I need money too. You know, I'm feeling the squeeze, the pinch, the whatnot. Who isn't? But we're in this together. We can get out. We're fine. We're doing okay. We're here. You're watching YouTube, and it's like you ate some apples, maybe. You had, like you masticated a little. You know, you got that. All right, here we go. Leading to temperance. Temperance. You gotta find a balance. You gotta balance things out. You gotta realize that like it takes a job to make money. Like, yeah, all right, you may be like you gotta balance things out. Maybe make yourself a budget. You know, maybe make yourself a budget, and maybe like in pursuit. Maybe you're still chasing that. Maybe that's still like maybe budget out like another attempt at finding the moon. You know, maybe you can do that. Maybe you can like see what's going on in your budgeting. And I don't mean like financial budget. I mean like mental budgeting too. Like it's okay to compartmentalize things. It's okay to be like, you know what, I don't really have a lot of time to deal with you, so I gotta go deal with this. Or I don't have a lot of time to deal with this, so I'm gonna deal with you. You know what I mean? Like temperance, balance, staying within your own limits instead of pushing yourself beyond. Instead of like getting crushed. You don't need to be crushed. You can get out. I promise. Just takes a little bit of time, and a little bit of like maintenance, and a little bit of care, and a little bit of willingness to realize that you're not in control. Son of a biscuit! Heavy reading! Heavy reading! Hi! No Harry going on there. Come on, guys. Pick it up. We're in this together. We don't have to be squeezed by our own little doubts and fears. We can make it through. Look at Paige! She's doing great, apparently. Nice job. Alright. Thank you guys for letting me do those cards. It's New Book Monday. So I got a couple new books here, and I'm going to show you them. I can't read them, I wanted to, but whatever. Here we are. I think that's fine. But I'm going to show you these books because I really liked before. I made a good little pickup last time I went. So let's get to these books real quick. Ba-da-ba-ba. 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 Oh, thank you, Sid. Thank you. Paige says, I'm just trying here. I know you are, Paige. Thank you for letting me hype you up a little bit. You're doing great. You're doing great. First book I want to show off. Again, I can't read these and I wanted to, but, you know. 5-Minute Kitten Tales. Who didn't want to hear 5-Minute Kitten Tales? Who didn't want to hear about Tiger Tail, The Great Escape? Who didn't want to hear about Huggy's Hat, The Squiggle Thing? That would have been fun, The Squiggle Thing. Who did not want to hear about The Honey Pot? 3 Little Kittens. Apparently there's a story, self-titled, you know what I mean? Can't read that story. Illegal! Alright, no problem. No problem. We had Where the Red Fern Grows. We were going to read this. Nope. Not allowed to read that. Not allowed to read that book. And then we had, I was going to absolutely terrify and mortify a lot of you with The Lucifer Effect. This is probably the scariest real book I've ever read in my entire life. If you watched the movie The Stanford Prison Experience, I'm not exactly sure what the movie is called, but there's a movie that goes almost exactly like the book, and it shows you, like, I don't know, it's a little difficult to, like, really express the horror of the book in a movie, because you're like, aren't those actors? Yeah. And reality is real. So read this book if you can find it. Me? Not reading it! And then, finally, I Like You. You know what I'm not allowed to do? Like you. Apparently, I'm just not allowed. I can't. I was gonna do our goodbye book. I was gonna do like a goodbye book, you know, like we did last night. Like we did last time. Yeah, let's twist again. You know what I mean? Can't do it. Can't. Don't worry, the books are safe. None of them. They're fine. They're fine. If anybody wants any of those books, get a hold of me. If you don't know how to get a hold of me, that's on you. That's on you. You can find people here that know how to get a hold of me. If you really need to get a hold of me, get a hold of them and you can get a hold of me. Or leave a message on the video or whatnot, you know? And then you can be like, hey, that I Like You book, hey, what if you sent that somewhere? You know, either that or eventually I'll find a little library around here and I'll just drop all of my stuff off there and be like, you know what, these words, they need to be read, okay? Because anybody, I personally doubt anybody about anything they do if I find out that they throw books away. You threw a book away? Why didn't you give it to someone? Like if you throw a book away and you didn't even read it, that's even worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, like, books offered for... People were murdered because of books. You know what I mean? Like, entire systems of humanity crumbled within the last 100 years, or hundreds of years, last few hundreds of years, because of a book that has all of our words, you know, written in there in some particular way. You know, and so and that's info. I'm not saying a lot of these books, like every book needs to be shared, okay? I'm not saying that like you need to save every book or anything like that. But if you, as a concept, and I know that, trust me, I know, believe me, I don't want to give any examples because I don't. But like, I know that there are people out there that throw books away without a second thought. And it boggles my mind. Why? That doesn't make any sense. That's one of the more selfish things I've ever encountered in my life, was the abject joy that there was in throwing a book away. Oh, well, at least it's not in my way anymore. Like, what the? Doesn't make any sense. So if you throw a book away, you got time to take it out of the trash and give it to someone else, okay? I'm just saying, if you throw a book away, go get that book and give it away, all right? We have little libraries. We have. You could sell the book yourself, Amazon. You know, I'm just saying. End. Vent. All right, folks. Let's hug it out. Let's hug it out. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone for being. You can leave it You can, the book, not the magazine. I don't know. There's some smutty books. I don't know. Let's get out of here. Books are our future. Yeah, after the EMP, exactly. Like, well, it's all on my Kindle. It won't be. Once the I can't remember what the event was, but there was a global EMP that hit because of a solar flare. The starts with a C, the something effect or incident or I'm nerding out real quick in my head and I can't. The Cavendish incident, I don't remember. But like a huge solar flare hit the Earth and like all your telegraph wires and such were like burnt, and you had telegraph offices like starting on fire because of all of it. Amazing. So yeah, the EMP's gonna take us all out. Alright. So let's get out of here, folks. Let's go home. Let's go home. Captain, I see you. I see you, Captain. This one's for Captain. This is me, the rest of you. Let's all, like, you know, you can all, like, I'm gonna show, but like, this is, I dedicate this particular Monday, starting the week off, new way of doing the show. I dedicate this particular hug to Captain Obvious. Here we go, Captain. You and me, so happy to get, here we go. We're gonna, we're gonna give a hug to get a hug. Remember that, okay? It's a good concept. Sometimes we don't have a hug. And so if you don't have a hug, you just gotta give a hug to get a hug. I know, right? I don't have a hug. How am I gonna give a hug to get, just give the hug and it's fine. And then you give one back. It's a weird, it's a Catholic process, I think. Here we go. Left hand here, you put your right hand here. You got your left hand sort of right here. And your right hand holding on right there. And then on the count of 3, 2, and then, you know, not at the 1, but like after the 1. And like who knows how long after the 1. But don't do it on the 1 and then we'll hug it all together. And then you, okay? So 3, 2, 1. There you go, Captain. There you go, right there. Oh, I can feel Joe D's coming in. I can feel Derek hugging too. And Paradise. All right, come on, well, hugs, goofballs. I can't just hug Captain. I'm gonna hug Nipper. I'm gonna hug Kim. I'm gonna hug Paige. I'm gonna hug you guys. I'm gonna hug Sin. I'm gonna hug you guys all down. Here we go. We're gonna, oh my God, squirt the hug. Oh God, we got everybody going in. Yeah, all right. That's a good hug right there. That's a good hug. That's a good hug. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Alright, folks. I love you all. We'll see you tomorrow for more tarot and lunch. Okay? Again, please like, subscribe, do whatever you need to. Let's get the algorithm going. Take care of yourselves, and if you don't, at least take a hug.